aircraft call, in their bedrooms, the lights all come on. And then in the kitchen, when Brian's making dinner for everybody, and he's under pressure to make the best dinner so Cam doesn't complain about it, when he's making dinner, the stove goes off. As soon as it's right in the middle of cooking, and it's going to ruin that flambe or whatever you're doing, right? All right.
Cam's a good cook on our shift. So.
Okay. I'm going to hand it over to them.
Okay, yeah, my name is Brian, and this is Cam, firefighters here at Toronto Pearson Airport. I'm not sure how much Russ...
I just gave him the warning.
Just the warning? Okay. So as a department, we have 3 halls that are within the airport vicinity. This is the Station 1, or the South Hall. We got one that kind of mirrors this one, almost looks identical. We have the chiefs and the administration here, which the North won't have. It's on the back side of the building. Then we have a hall, which we've overtook from Mississauga about a year ago, Station 3, which is near the 409. So that really helps our response coming into the terminals. So basically, as a department, we run over 5,000 calls, which would be in line, I think 5,200 last year. So
Average is about 14.
every year it goes up. Just the amount of volume of people that travel through the airport and the surrounding area, our numbers consistently go up every year. So it's, if you average it out, yeah, we're in the range of 15 calls, 12 to 15 calls a day. So that we basically do have areas. So this area is kind of split in between the 2 terminals. We handle all the airside gates, yeah. So when calls are going in other areas, we kind of piggyback each other and help each other out with our responses.
We respond to mostly medical calls. We do about 70% medical calls, but respond to hazardous material spills, fuel spills, strange powders, just everything that, in order to keep the airport safe.
So yeah, same as a municipal department, we'll have alarm activations, fires, and obviously the aircraft out here, aircraft response, which is our major challenge. Out here, there's no fire hydrants, so getting water out to a call out here is always the challenge. So we'll definitely need Mississauga and maybe some other departments to assist us with that. As a crew, we have 17 on at shift. Minimum's at 13, so some guys could be on holidays. So yeah, you think if a major airline disaster happens and there's 13 of us on, we're not going to be able to, we'll be able to do the initial response, but we're going to need some assistance from Mississauga to help with any injured people or anything like that. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll pull out Red 3 and we'll split us up into 2 groups. So we can, we'll show you this truck and then we'll also show you Rescue 22. So Rescue 22 is our kind of, we call it toolbox on wheels. It has no water on it, but it's got all our hazmat, all specialty equipment, any AutoX extrication equipment on there. So like I said, it's a toolbox on wheels. These trucks here, when Cam pulls it out, you'll notice the size of them. They're massive, and like I said, they're shuttling water. We're getting as much water out to the emergency that we need to try to mitigate the situation. So you'll be able to see the size of that. So after he pulls it out, we'll take a quick look. We'll split up into 2 groups, and then Cam will show you this truck. I'll show 22. Any questions? Yell them out or hands up, or if there's any fuel that's leaking or anything like that, try to. Foam's basically the same as your foam that's when you do your dishes with, right? Yeah, this we'll call a 4500 ARF rescue, or they call them crash trucks as well. So the best way you can tell what size of truck they have, it's a 4500. You can tell by the wheel axle. This has 4. That one over there has 3, so it's a 3000. And then there's a backup truck beside that has 2 axles. That's 1500. So if you ever see one, you can tell somebody what kind of truck it is. So yeah, if we want to split up like around here somewhere, Cam will show show this group this truck. I'll show that group 22, and then we'll switch. And then at the end, Cam's going to do a water demonstration for you guys.
All right.
So yeah, this half.
You don't get to stand in the shower or anything. You have to stand back.
Unless you want to, but I don't think anyone wants to be super wet today. So kind of missed the last bit of what Brian was saying, but we have 4 of these aircraft rescue trucks in service at all times. We do have a couple backup ones. You can see one of our yellow ones just inside here. It's a little bit older, but the 2 trucks that we have here, this one holds 4,500 gallons, so it's almost it's just over 17,000 liters. So it's almost like having a mini swimming pool on the back here. So the difference between this and some of the regular fire trucks that you'd see out on the street is we can actually spray water while we're driving, whereas the municipal trucks you have to lock into a hydrant and then pull your lines off. So some of the cool features, it's got 2 turrets on the front that we can spray water and a mixture of foam out of. It sprays at 1,700 gallons per minute, so we can basically unload this entire bed of water in less than 4 minutes. So it goes pretty quick. The tires here, you can kind of see the little connections on the bottom here. They can actually self-inflate and deflate. So if we have an aircraft incident that is off the runways, we can basically take the pressure out of the tires in order to get better traction to get to wherever we need to off-roading. So, and then we can inflate it back up when we're back on roads. Yeah, other than that, it carries 620 liters of foam on it, which basically will mix in the water. So if we have a fuel spill, that foam will suppress the vapors on top of the water and help prevent some of the fires. Yeah, so this, I'll let you guys pop into the cabs if you guys want to take a look at it. The turrets in the front are controlled by 2 joysticks, so when my mom told me video games weren't going to get me anywhere, she was totally wrong. So that's kind of fun to play with. So it's a single operator that's using this truck as well too. So even though there's multiple seats in there, there's 4 seats for people to sit in it. It's just one person, and we drive in the center of the truck so that we get better visibility on both sides. Okay. So, do you guys have any questions on
how fast can it go?
We on the runways can kind of get up to about 90 kilometers an hour. It is a big beast, so it takes a bit to get up to that. But
can you stop quickly though?
No. We need like a good, maybe probably like if we're going that speed.
You might slide off the runway like the plane.
Well, we slow down as we were getting close to it, but if we had to slam on our brakes, we probably wouldn't be able to stop until we were sort of halfway to the stop sign. So.
Why is there no fire hydrant in the field?
It was designed that way. So we do have some, like in the infield terminals there, we do have some fire hydrants, but along the runways they don't have them, so we'd have to stretch from either here or like around the terminal. But yeah, that's where they had run the water. So.
When was the last time you had to use one of these?
They do get used quite a bit, but
Major.
a major one, like our largest one was Air France, and that was in 2005. So it's before any of you guys were born. But
I was born.
There you go.
He was born.
Oh yeah.
She also.
Oh yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah,
You cannot
yeah.
even do-
So major ones, yeah, we obviously, and knock on wood, we don't have those very often, but we do get called out probably 3 or 4 times a week just for potential incidents.
How many trucks usually approach in case of aircraft emergency or fire?
On an aircraft incident, we roll all of our apparatus. So we have all 4 of our aircraft trucks that will go out, as well as our 3 structural.
So if all 4 go and you say it takes 4.5 minutes to just empty the entire water and the foam, so it take more time to empty and back and forth, refill and go back again.
So what we would do with that, let's say there was an aircraft that crashed here.
Right.
We'd set up these trucks by the aircraft,
Okay.
and then we'd run our structural trucks, and they'd basically run lines all the way down to the terminal. So we'd have Mississauga come in or Toronto come in with some of their fire trucks.
Okay.
And every 200 feet there'd be a fire truck, and then more hose, 200 feet, fire truck, and then that would give us enough water and pressure to just continuously flow water onto the aircraft.
One more question. Yeah, are they designed for the bigger plane as well, like a A380s and
Oh, yeah.
747?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
only the...
That's mandatory for the A380s to even fly in here.
Mm-hmm.
They have to make sure that there's enough water and foam on our
Okay.
fire trucks in order to cover.
Okay,
cover
okay.
those, so,
That's excellent.
yeah.
That's good.
Does anyone want to climb in at all?
Yeah. How long does it take to fill up the water?
It's about 7 or 8 minutes to fill it up from empty.
Wow, that's really
But
fast.
do you fill it from the hydrant?
Yeah. So we've got actually some hydrants inside the hull here. So when I'm spraying the water, we'll have that connected.
For how long? For how far does it blast? Like
Ah.
the water blast?
I can basically hit just in the middle of the road there, the first road before the
Okay.
stop sign. So it's a good distance.
Is that the same type of foam they use it when in emergency they open the doors and shoot out for the passengers too, or that foam is different than this?
From the aircraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Class B foam as well too. So it's
Okay.
basically to suppress the liquid for any fuel leaks, right?
That is other than
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it'd be a similar foam,
Similar
yeah.
to, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So the person inside is the only one controlling the water?
Yeah. So
So you only need that one person?
yeah.
Or does
to-
anybody
to be-
stand on a stop?
No, it's just one person who's driving. So we basically have our regular operations radio, as well as we have to communicate with the tower as well too. When we're driving on these roads or on the apron, we can kind of make the decisions on where we're going. But once we get onto the runway, we're told by the tower where we can go, and we can't move until we get proper authorization from them where to go.
Okay.
If you guys want to jump in,
Go ahead. I'll make a video for you.
Expensive. So come on in, everybody. We'll give you a quick spiel about this vehicle here. This is Rescue 22. Like I said outside, it's easiest way to explain it. It's a toolbox on wheels. It has all our specialty equipment and hazmat equipment, any auto education. And when we're done here, you feel free. You can walk inside of it. It looks like a big kitchen inside. And in the event, like you think of a hazmat call, it's very slow, methodical, so it'll give people an opportunity to, look up information on computer or through books. So like I said, this is feel free to look in any door. If you want to go in the truck, take pictures, try not to touch buttons. A guy one time's like, "This air horn, can I do it?" And I'm like, "No, it's really lucky he did it." So I'm like, "No, please don't." So yeah, stay with the air horn. We'll all be deaf right after it. So, any questions at all? Just yell them out and. Generally, I'd rather not use the air horn unless it's still out, but
Operation 1011.
what I want to do, I should look for the intersection, just make sure everything.
Copy, huh? Go ahead.
15 June as well, and it's Dr. Bravo 1.
Roger.
I didn't send a report. I'm not going to be doing a report in Texas area, but I have given them my name and my information if they need that. It's somewhere.
Copy, huh?